Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so after a nice long week of Lakers being on hiatus, we got a team that we're going to face tonight in the 7:30 Philadelphia 76ers here in Los Angeles. And I did a little homework on the Sixers, and they're really depleted, sort of like we are, but only worse. Of course, Joel Embiid is out. Not sure if he's going to be returning at all throughout the course of this season. He might be out for the season, not really sure yet. Covington's out. DeAnthony Melton is out. And there's several other guys that they have on the injury report as well. I forgot some of their names, role players, but they're really depleted, and their team looks really bad right now. Kai Jones is the other guy who's out. They just signed Infinity Money, I believe is what he called himself. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, he's out as well. They just signed him for hopefully good reasons. Hopefully they can give him some minutes. But nevertheless, that's the situation there. Meanwhile, we have our usual suspects out. Vincent, Vanderbilt, Castleton. We know that there's a lot of being said about them. Christian Wood as well, being out possibly for the rest of the season. Conflicting reports. We don't really know what's going on there, but we're hopeful that those guys can come back fully healthy when they do return. But we are getting Cam Reddish back today. In theory, that's the word. He's supposed to be playing tonight, expected to play tonight. I didn't see him on the injury report, so that's really good news. Bron and AD expected to go tonight. This is one of those games where you wish the schedule makers would have known, first of all, how depleted the Sixers would be. But you also wish that this was like a back-to-back. Why I say that is because the Lakers haven't played all week. And this is the type of roster that you want to sit somebody so that they can have rest. But none of these guys need any rest because we haven't played all week. So we're kind of going in with a roster that should, in theory, bulldoze past this Philadelphia 76ers. They really only have two guys that you expect to really do anything, and that's Kelly Oubre Jr. and, of course, the new all-star Tyrese Maxey, who is a fantastic player, but it's going to be difficult for him to carry the team when they're so depleted. Guys like Tobias Harris, I think, is also possibly going to be injured in this game as well. I don't know if he's going to play tonight or not. I know Philly fans have been just dreading him lately, though. They've been really killing him on the IG. But, this Philadelphia 76ers team is just struggling right now. They did have a couple games where they won against the Charlotte Hornets. They won a game as well against, who was it that they played? Another defeated team. But the last game that they had was the Philadelphia 76ers, and it was a very, very tough matchup for them where they didn't score very much at all. Tyrese Maxey had his worst game of the season. It was just bad all the way around. Now, they did pick up a guy by the name of Buddy Hield from the Indiana Pacers, but it's kind of hard for him to find his footing coming off the bench, getting about 15 minutes, not really contributing very much every night. Mo Bamba, our guy from last year, the year before that, is on this Philadelphia 76er team getting starting minutes, and it's just not working out from what I understand. Paul Reed is also getting some centers minutes. Not looking great. Kyle Lowry past his prime. They got him in the starting lineup. It's just a nightmare right now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Being honest with you, their roster is completely depleted, and because of it, they're falling down the standings fast. This is a team that was once in third place with Joel Embiid pushing everything forward, but when you remove him from the equation, James Harden trade doesn't really net them a whole lot. It's just falling apart without Joel. Now, Joel can carry this team. They have the shooters around him to just space the floor, and he can average 50 points, and they can just win. But without him, this team is not built to be cohesive at all. And so that's really what I see there. Just they didn't do the greatest job putting together this roster with the intentions of James Harden not being out. Of course, they didn't know that. And, of course, Joel Embiid being out. They were supposed to have those two running, and then Tyrese Maxey, and they were supposed to hold the fort down. But with James Harden wanting out of Philadelphia early in the season, it kind of shook some things up in regards to not allowing them to move forward with a cohesive vision for their roster. So they got a lot of work to do on this roster, and I think the Lakers should be able to push past them today now that I've done a little homework on them. Albeit not great homework, as you can clearly see. I don't remember all of what I read there in regards to their team. But they have been losing quite a bit over the last week or so, and this should be another loss on their belt. They're in the Western Conference road trip. I believe they played the Milwaukee Bucks a few games ago as well, lost that game. So it's just a tough sledding for this team right now, and I expect my Los Angeles Lakers to get the win tonight. We've had plenty of rest. We've had all week to prepare, and they don't really have a whole lot they're throwing at us, So that's really what it comes down to. This has been a good layover, rest for our team. I think that, with the time off, I think we've allowed guys to get healthy. We've even though there's been some confusion about our injury situation, we've allowed for those injuries to heal that much more. And we're hopeful that our team can get it together, man. We really want to win out, basically. We got to win the rest of these games. We got about 13 games left. With the Houston Rockets hot on our tail, I'm pretty sure they won the Chicago game last night. Last I checked, they were up big. I don't think I found the final score, but I think they won that game. The Dallas Mavericks have been winning games. I think Sacramento lost to Washington or something like that. Very strange stuff, but the Lakers have an opportunity to step forward. And it's going to be tough for a lot of teams to try to beat us if we are doing what we're supposed to do and continuing to get healthier. AD and Bron are healthy. AD's eye should be healed up. Bron had some rest. I was able to watch his podcast with JJ Redick talking basketball. I enjoyed every second of that. I encourage everybody to go check out Mind the Game. I just wish Kobe could be a part of that because I was right up his alley. And having him talk basketball with LeBron James would have broke the internet forever. But JJ Redick did a fantastic job as well. Definitely respect his mind. And I think they're onto something there. I think everybody's going to be excited to see them talk ball. So, it's one of those situations where I think Bron is, kind of giving us a look into how he thinks and what his thoughts are and some of the things that frustrate him. It's one of those situations where you can see him in a space that we maybe have never seen Bron in. So that'll help us understand where his mind is on the court to a degree, I believe. So, this is an exciting time for Los Angeles Lakers fans in a sense. We're almost done with this horribly roller coaster of a season. We got some teams that we should be able to beat coming up. This Philadelphia team, and then followed by a couple other Eastern Conference teams in a row. We just come off a Hawks win this past Monday, and so we're excited to see if our team can carry over from that win into some good habits. That's what we need. We've lost some very bad games, of course, to the Golden State Warriors and Sacramento Kings twice. But everything else we've pretty much been winning, and so it's just about us, keeping ourselves out of this 10th spot or falling all the way out with the Houston Rockets coming hot on our tails. But we don't have the worst schedule of all these teams that are left. You look at some of these teams. A team like Phoenix has a horrible schedule coming up. Everybody they see is essentially supposed to be a very good playoff team over the next couple of weeks. So hopefully they drop a couple of those. We win a few of ours and swap spots with them. And, of course, we are a game and a half. Last I checked, above the Golden State Warriors. So, yeah, we got to win, man. It's all about winning. And this should be an easy one, so to speak. I know Tyrese Maxey can attack us the right way because he's very fast. He can push past our guys. But at the end of the day, we can just collapse on him. They don't really have anybody else that's creating any threats. Nicholas Batum, Kyle Lowry, those guys past their prime. They should not, in theory, be able to hurt us tonight. Only Kelly Oubre Jr., Tyrese Maxey, and possibly Buddy Hield off the bench are players that I really consider. So this should be an AD night. If he gets a full fledged of minutes, he should have career night just like he did against Minnesota. Bamba and Paul Reed should not give him any trouble at all. So this is one of those nights, man. This is one of those nights. The Lakers shouldn't win this game by anything less than 20 points. They really shouldn't. There should be no excuses, especially with Tyrese Maxey coming off a horrible game against Phoenix, where I think he had like 6 points. I do expect for him to want to play better, but it's going to be hard for him to get past our defense we haven't really been playing much of. But this should be one of the easiest wins of the season for us because this roster is that bad right now. So that's really all I got to say, man. There ain't much else to it than that. We're playing against a Philadelphia 76er team that's fighting to stay out of the play-in tournament, but destined to fall into it if they don't get Joel back. They're destined to fall out. So it just is what it is, man. We got to help them along with that and push them past below Indy, I believe is who they're fighting with over there. I think they're in 7th place or something like that, 6th place. So that's what our job is to help Indy along and get Philly down. So I trust the Lakers to do that. I really do. Now tonight the Lakers are going to be wearing their ugly black and purple uniforms. The ones I can't stand. We're wearing those at home, and then Philly will be wearing their home whites on the road. Hate it a lot, but that should be what it is. And that game starts at 7:30, so we got some hours before we hear about any changes to the injury report, which is possible, of course, at this point. But all in all, the Los Angeles Lakers are a team that, we just need to win games. I mean, it ain't deeper than that. This has been a long season and not a very exciting one for the most part, even though we've had some very memorable games this year. Injuries has really robbed us of our full vision of our team, and as a result, what we've been left with has just not been up to standard. It really hasn't. We've been pretty much a 500 ball club or a little better all year. We actually have ourselves in a much better position right now than we've been in all year in regards to being above 500. So we got to appreciate that. But this team has to keep pushing forward, or we're going to find ourselves in a one-and-done situation in the play-in tournament against the Warriors or the Rockets or somebody like that, and we don't really want that. Sacramento could fall to the play-in tournament. We definitely don't want to play them in a one-and-done situation. So that's what it is, man. Lakers got to put themselves in a position to win, man. We got to win. It don't matter who we see. It doesn't matter if they're a good team or a bad team. If we're not playing our best ball, we're cheating ourselves. So that's really what it comes down to, man. Hopefully this team can instill some life in us, get us on a 2-game winning streak. Like I said, Eastern Conference teams that we see right now, we should be able to push past most of them at this point and find ourselves in a position to at least get into that 9th spot, or the 8th spot rather, out of the 9th spot for which we're in right now, get a little distance between Golden State and Houston. So that's what I'm hoping to see, man. That is really all there is to say. Hopefully we can get a good D-Lo game. The Monday game came and went for me. I don't even hardly remember who all played well in that game. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even glance at the stats for that. But I'm looking forward to the Lakers putting me in a position to be excited about winning again and excited about doing homework on these videos and stuff like that, because they really, as I've said several times, taking the wind out of my sails this season. It's just been like, man, I'm almost ready for the off season. You know what I mean? Seriously. But hopefully they can change that over these next 13 games, and we will continue to give you what we got. Of course, I'll have something at halftime and at the end of the game, as well as a reaction. But for now, that's me signing out. Appreciate everybody for watching BDL 44. I'm out.